Hi, and welcome to this month's Microscope Session, where we zoom in on note-taking and study strategies. I'm Lisa Cook, owner of Seed Education Strategies and Solutions, an academics coaching and education consulting business that provides support for all learners with a particular focus on learners who are neurodivergent. Getting ready for a test, an assignment, or exam can be stressful. Well, honestly, it's usually stressful. And that stress increases as learners when we don't have strategies to prepare for these real life assessments. This microscope session zooms in on one method for note taking that also embeds itself naturally into study strategies, unless a learner has a learning disability in writing or has dysgraphia or a physical limitation that prevents them from writing. Note taking by hand is demonstrated time and again through different research to be the top method for learning and memory retention. So the one note taking strategy that we're going to focus on today is backed by research at Cornell University, and it's called the Cornell Notes Approach or Cornell Note Taking. But I've taken this strategy, which is meant for college students to use as they're taking notes during lecture, and I've modified it to suit younger learners, younger brains in middle school and high school. Seed's version of Cornell's note taking takes the notes that are provided from class, whether they're printed or handwritten, and summarizes them using a similar page layout. The big section on the page is used to summarize the main points from that class note that's in front of the student as they're sitting there. The enlarged margin to the left is used to consolidate that summary that they've just done even further to main ideas or subheadings and collective titles. And then the space at the very bottom of the page is reserved for two types of questions. One, to ask next class for clarification, and two is questions, usually one or two at a minimum, that are student generated that will be used as a mock test by the time preparation for a unit test or an exam comes around. This was a quick zoom in on building note taking in our strong learners. There's a lot more detail that can be found by joining my email list and by staying tuned for new announcements in the coming months. In the meantime, as always, please find me on Instagram or LinkedIn, send me an email, just stay in touch, and I'll see you soon.